Hey, guess what? What?
It is I, RipperX! Hey guys, it's RipperX. Let's talk about DayZ, the latest news and updates. Now, Dean and the crew are starting to do some pretty cool video blogs if you guys want to check those out. The direct link is going to be below this video in the description. Dean has a YouTube channel as well, and they're starting to showcase some of the things they're doing visually, which is cool. They just went into a studio. I think Bohemia Interactive has a motion studio, and they were recording the movements of the zombies. Now, let's talk about some of the latest news that they didn't have a video for. In terms of multiplayer testing, it looks like their internal closed testing has been continuing. I believe they brought in, or they're looking to bring in about 50 people into a closed beta. The testing has initially started. I mean, it's a small amount of people, but obviously you got to start somewhere. It's a good thing. They're bringing internal testers into the game. The next step, hopefully, would bring external testers into the game, or a limited amount of external beta testers to actually start to play. In terms of architecture developments, their lead programmer has been continuing the revision of the entire multiplayer engine to operate under the server-client MMO model. That's huge. It's going to be a different system than the original DayZ mod.
Well, another cool thing on their agenda is changing the loot tables. Basically, in the previous DayZ mod, loot was spawned on the server level. They are working with a system basically having loot spawn at the database level. This is going to give them the opportunity to conduct a form of economic regulation to item spawns dynamically. So basically the end result is possibly going to be a mixture of the two. We'll see what happens. Next, we have character development. This is the absolute core of their current design efforts. This is what they said on the blog. They're adding a lot more details and customization for your characters. Basically, they want to allow characters to be fully customized and reflect the player's story as they are going along. Until the initial release, the vast majority of their efforts will be with expanding options for developing and customizing your character. Next up, we have the inventory system. Right now, their programmer Jerka is working on the inventory system, and he will eventually move on to the crafting system as well. Now, what they said on the blog was, as part of the inventory system, they have started detailed work on the attachment system. Like the customization of characters, they want to allow maximum ability for the customization and development of a player's weapons. As part of this, all weapons being introduced into DayZ are being redeveloped from scratch. On release, there will be less weapons in the standalone, but it allows them the ability to continue each week to release content updates with new weapons and items. Let's talk world development. Massive areas are changing here. Ivan Bucha, having returned from his time in the Greek prison, has been a huge asset to the team, working with their designer Senshi to redevelop the map per se. Let's talk about art development. New clothing, items, weapons, buildings, special areas are the foci of art development. They're greatly expanding their team of artists, and they have hundreds of new items that they want to include in the world. Long story short, guys, we're getting closer. The best news of the day is the fact that they are starting internal beta testing. We're going to have external beta testing coming in the near future, and eventually we are going to have a release, let's hope, in a couple months. We'll see what happens. Anyways, this is just a brief update from me to you guys. I know some of you guys don't have time to read the blog, so I like to put these little videos together to kind of make it easier for you guys if you're busy, if you're on a plane, if you want to hear what's happening in the world of DayZ and the DayZ Standalone. Thanks again so much for tuning in. My name is RipperX. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy this video. I do highly appreciate it. All the best to you guys. More vids coming soon.